Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Mollis here, walking you through your next math lesson for the week. So, hopefully, everyone is doing well at adding those three numbers together and remembering the strategies that we talked about. And today, we're going to move on to problem solving lesson 6. Okay. And our essential question there says, what strategies can I use to add and subtract? Okay. Notice we're looking at word problems. So let's look at our word problem together. 4 friends were eating a snack. 2 more friends joined them. Each person ate a banana. How many bananas did they eat? All right, so we're looking at this a little bit differently maybe than you did in first grade, because once you get into second grade word problems and they become more challenging and we'll start beginning to use bigger numbers in the future, then it's important that you use these strategy steps that I'm getting ready to go over with you to help you solve the problem correctly. So notice step 1 says, let's make sure we understand the problem. So what we're going to do, it says to underline what you know. So I'm going to go up here to my pen, and I'm going to underline what I already know in green because I know it, so I'm ready to go on to the next step for solving the problem. Okay, so we know that 4 friends were eating a snack. 4 friends. Okay. We also know that 2 more friends joined them. Keyword there, joined. That's a keyword to let us know that they're coming together. So we need to add. Okay. Each person ate a banana. We need to know that, right? All of them. Each person ate a banana. Okay. So now we've got to circle what we're supposed to find out. And our question is, how many bananas did they eat? So I'm going to go back over here to my pens, which I wish we had a red pen, but just to model, I'll use orange. But what I've always taught my second graders is to go into the word problem and underline what you know, and then with red, circle what you've got to find out. So you're stopping and you're looking at what you still need to find out. So we're trying to find out how many bananas did they eat. So we have completed step 1. Okay, so then we have to come up with a plan to solve. Okay, we looked at our underlined information, what we've circled, and we know that once again, based on that word joined, we're going to add those together. So I take my 4 friends plus the 2 more friends, add it together, and it equals 6 bananas. Okay, notice you're not going to get this step right if you just show Miss Nethery and I an answer. You have to write the number sentence. Write the number sentence to show us how you solved it. And then last but not least, ask yourself, was this answer reasonable? That's just a fancy way of saying, does this answer make sense? And yes, it does. Now, if you had added those numbers and ended up with an answer like 357, that we know that couldn't be correct based upon our small numbers, right? So we would want to go back and recheck. All right, so we're going to go to the next page, and to save time, I went ahead and went through the word problem. You're going to see that I've underlined what we needed and circled what we need to stop and slow down to figure out. So let's look at it together. Mrs. Brown's class had a pet parade. 3 students each brought a brown rabbit. Notice I underlined 3. 2 students each brought a white rabbit. I have to underline those 2, right? 1 student brought a black rabbit. Okay, so that's what we know. We know how many students brought rabbits. Now we're going to circle what we need to know. How many rabbits were in the parade? Okay, so I have already accomplished number 1, haven't I? I underlined what we know. I circled what we need to find out. So then I have to plan ahead. How am I going to solve this problem? In your mind, think, how should I do this one? Once again, we are looking at a math problem, even though it's turned into a word problem, where we have 3 add-ins, 3 numbers to add together. So notice I start showing how I will solve it. I take my 3 students, my 2 students, and my 1 student, and I write it into an addition sentence. Okay. Now, the neat thing about this particular problem is there's 2 different near doubles, and it really doesn't matter which one you do, but you want to circle, just like we did before, circle whatever you are using, which is near double, add it, 2 plus 1 equals 3. Notice I'm showing those number sentences so I get it correct. I bring my 3 down. We go back up into the other number sentence and realize we still need to add on that 3. So 3 plus 3 equals 6. Once again, you would just ask yourself, does that make sense? Is that answer reasonable? And if so, you're ready to move on. Okay, so I wanted to point one other thing out to you. When you get started on today's problems on page 43 and 44, you're going to notice it says, apply the strategy, write a number sentence to solve. Okay, that is not all that Miss Nethery and I want to see though. We want you practicing with underlining the information you know, circling what you need to know, okay? So what I recommend, I took my pencil from up here at the top. Just a second. Okay, and I actually, to remind myself, if you need to do this, you can like branch out, do some arrows down towards those 3 problems, just to remind you, oh yeah, I have to do this step. Even though it's not in the directions, I need to underline what I know and circle what I need to find out. So let's look at number 1 real quickly, and then I'm going to turn you guys loose to solve some on your own. Let's read the problem together first. There are 3 rabbits at a farm. The farmer buys 9 more. How many rabbits are there now? So let's go back into our word problem and underline what we know. So we know that there are 3. Remember, I'm going to use the green because this is what I know already, and I can go into the next step. And if you want to use your colored pencils or crayons or highlighters to do this, that is fine. So we know that there are 3 rabbits, okay? Next sentence. The farmer buys 9 more. Notice that key word there, more. Okay. He doesn't give any away. He gets 9 more. And then our question is, how many rabbits are there now? So you can choose the colors you want to use, but remember, I like to use green and red because when I circle in red, that tells me to stop and find out what I need to know. So I'm going to just circle how many rabbits are there now. Okay, so let's build it, but then I'm going to let you guys solve it. So we know there are 3 rabbits. Go back into our problem and look for that information. We know that the farmer buys 9 more. So we put in our addition sign. Okay, and we're adding on that 9 more that he buys. 9 more. That's not a very good 9. Okay, and then what's that going to equal? Notice in those circles, that's just where you're putting your symbols that you need in your number sentence. So 3 plus 9 equals 12, doesn't it? So 12 rabbits. Make sure you show the answer in your number sentence, and then also go over here to this other blank and just show the number, 12 rabbits. Okay? So your assignment for the day is to finish 2 and 3 on this page. Make sure you are underlining, circling, and building your number sentence to solve. And then turn to the next page and also do 4, 5, and 6. Do not forget to remember to color code by underlining what you know, circling what you need to know, write out your number sentence, and then show us an answer. All right, guys, so good luck with that. Make sure you turn it in to us so we can get you checked off, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.